What's going on, everyone? It's so good to see you again. I am thrilled to put out my third video. I read a book that I wanted to share with you guys. It's called How to Win Friends and Influence People. If you haven't read it yet, guys, get the book, read it. It's fantastic. It's a timeless classic. It has been around for a very long time. I don't regret reading this book. So if you are somebody that is trying to improve their communication skills, make more friends, you're in a leadership position and you have subordinates that you don't really know how to lead or how to get them to accomplish jobs, this book is fantastic. It comes with probably near 50 different examples of ways to communicate with people to change their actions, make them like you, make them more susceptible to your ideas. It's just a fantastic array of things. Today I'm only going to go over the main 4 topics and some ideas that they actually have in the book that I really liked. But seriously, I suggest reading the book for yourself. If you don't like reading, guys, there are plenty of options. You can get it on a reading app of some sort to listen to the audiobook. I listened to the audiobook and I thought that it was the best way for me to get the knowledge in as fast as possible. I was able to speed it up more than, double time the regular speed. So I was able to get through it very quickly and still be able to understand the knowledge. So when you're reading a book like that though, or listening to an audiobook like that, just make sure that the information isn't getting jumbled up so you don't miss too much, because everything in that book was fantastic. So Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People. It goes over a lot of topics, but there are 4 main topics that I actually want to talk about today. And I'll go over them very briefly. And then after that, at the end of the video, I'll go over what's going on in my life right now. If you guys updated on that, I want to share my success journey with you guys so you guys can continue being successful as well. First thing that Dale Carnegie goes over is the fundamentals on talking to people. And so this is super important because it lays down the brick and mortar that you guys use to use the rest of these tactics. One of the fundamental things that he talks about is not talking about yourself, not talking about things that interest you, because that doesn't interest people all the time. So what he suggests is that you talk about their interests, the things that get them going. So here's a great analogy about him fishing. Dale Carnegie himself likes berries and cream ice cream, but fish like worms. So is he going to go fishing with ice cream? No, he's going to go fishing with worms. So he puts the worm on the hook, he throws the hook into the water, and he gets fish. Well, people are no different. The section that he goes over is how to make people like you, which he goes over using the fundamentals. And so the key point in this is genuine conversations. So instead of going up to somebody and asking, hey man, how's your day? How's your week been? Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, okay. And in your mind, you've got dancing monkeys going on. You know, that doesn't create a genuine conversation, and people can feel that. People can sense that. So with all of these, actually, 4 that I'm going to go over, being genuine is the #1 priority. So you can't do any of these without being genuine. Otherwise, people are going to smell it in and out. Talking about things that interest them and then being genuinely interested in them. So here's a good example. When was the last time that you asked somebody how their family was? When was the last time I asked a soldier why they joined the military? These are serious questions that make them think deeper into what they're doing, what they do, and they believe you that you want to know. You want to learn more about them. How's your family doing? Right now with everything crazy going on, like, do you need support in some kind of way? These are things that when we're communicating, we can get on a deeper level with people. This makes people want to talk to us more, want to bring up things with us more, and sometimes it equals into some kind of transparency with this person. Maybe you're getting into a topic that nobody really asked them, and so they want to talk to you about it because something's been on their chest for a long time. So just make sure that you're talking about things that interest them and that make them feel important. Now, remember, everybody is the star of their own show. So you are a support character in their show. And I guarantee they probably feel the same about you. You are the shining star of your own show. And so they're a supporting character in your life. But when you make them feel like they're an important character in your life, they want to be part of your story more. So that is just the second thing, and you got to make sure that you're very genuine about it. The third thing that he goes over is how to make someone think in your way. And the situation that he uses is Say you're a cashier and you come up $20 short on your register. You have to go see the manager. Are you going to go in there and you're going to defend yourself and fight with him and argue with him about how it was just a mistake and you'll do better next time? He's going to be pissed. You don't want to go in there guns a-blazing with your fists up at your head. You want to show remorseful, because genuinely, if you empathetically apologize, he's going to want to defend you more so than he's going to want to apprehend you. So say you go in there and you start defending yourself. You're so irresponsible. I can't believe you lost all this money. I'm going to have to fire you. There's no way I can recover that money. Blows it way out of proportion. It's $20, which if you've ever worked in retail, you know that's actually quite a bit of money just to be handing out. But they'll blow it way out of proportion. You know, I'm going to have to change your whole schedule. You probably won't work for the next 2 weeks. I might as well just fire you. But say you go in there and you say, sir, I'm so sorry. I just wanted to apologize so much. I lost $20 in a till. I cannot believe how irresponsible I am, and I don't even deserve this job. If you want to take away my hours for the next month, go for it, sir. I don't deserve it. I don't deserve the time that you've given me, the great things that you've given me here. I am irresponsible, and I just can't believe I would make a mistake like that. Well, your boss is going to be like, whoa, man, chill out. It's okay. It's not that big of a deal. It's $20. Yeah, it's a big mistake. We're going to fix it. We may have to take a few hours away from you to recover that money, but in the end, he's going to defend you. And this takes a little bit of pride. You have to kind of like take your big ego and squeeze it in for a second and be like, man, I messed up and I want them to know how I feel about it. If you're always feeling like you're never wrong, everybody's going to know that. Everybody's going to feel that. So it's just very important to come at it in an empathetic, genuine way, apologizing. And there are many other examples he uses. This is the example that I really like. But I'm going to go ahead and move on to number 4. Number 4 is how to change somebody's actions without making them be offended. So say you're a smoker and you've been smoking all your life since you were 12 years old. And you hear some young kids talking about going and, I can't wait until I can smoke and stuff like that. Instead of being like, no, you don't smoke. That's bad for you. You're never going to live a good life if you smoke. You're going to lose all your money. Well, if I heard that, I'd be like, dude, chill out. Like, I don't care about your opinion. But what if you walked up and you said, I remember feeling like that before. When I was 12 years old, I wanted to smoke. And so I started smoking. And what I realized is I started to have trouble breathing. People were always telling me that my clothes stank. I didn't have as much money as I always felt I should have had. I find it so hard to quit now too, now that I've started. I've tried to quit so many times, I just can't quit. These kids are going to feel like you are telling an experience instead of telling them no. And they're going to think about that and be like, well, I don't want to not breathe. I don't want an irritating cough. I like money. So that's a way to change people's perspective without, being like, getting in their face. So you've got an unruly kid in class and, you've tried yelling at him. You've tried sending him to the principal's office. You've tried making him write essays and none of it works. He comes back every single time and he's just terrible. So one day, what if you approached the students and you came up to a few of them, complimenting them, being like, oh, man, I've noticed you've been writing some really great poems. I'd love to read them in front of the class someday if you're okay with that. If they say yes or no, that's okay, move on. Then the next student, you say, oh, wow, you've got some beautiful drawings. Can I post some of those up on the board and hang them in my classroom? They're going to feel really appreciated. Then you go up to the unruly kid and you say, I've noticed you really have a knack for leadership. I'd love if you could help me with a few things using your leadership skills. At that point, you give that kid some sense of worth. When you start using them to help you, say you got to line your students up outside the classroom before every day. Obviously, you're going to have to supervise this a little bit. You don't want him pushing and shoving and yelling at all these kids. You want him to do it respectfully. And so you kind of oversee it and you have him help. And when he does good, you say, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. You can go line back up. If he does it, improperly, you say, you're really, really a good leader and I appreciate your help. Next time, I just want to make sure that you're reflecting a leader. So some of the things you did weren't quite like a leader, and I know you're a leader, so we're going to try this better next time. He's like, dang, I really want to fulfill that role as a leader for you. Being able to influence somebody in that way might be able to give them the feeling of importance, and so they're going to want to act more properly to fill that role that you've given them. So there are 4 fundamentals that I believe that I received from the book. Now, I just want to make sure you guys go and read this book. It's seriously such a great book. I suggest this book. Get it on an audiobook, however you have to read it. I did a little bit a day, and that's why it actually took so long for me to get the video out. And I learned a lot. I went over and I really did listen to the book and take in what they said to heart. So if you're trying to communicate with others a little bit better, or you're trying to become a better leader or anything like that, then I really do suggest this book. Now, that's the end of the video properly, but I do want to go over a few things that have been going on in my life. So Real Estate Express has been going really well. I'm about 20%, and it's been a long time. I have been trying to do the math portion a little bit slower because it has been difficult for me. So I have been working really hard on figuring that part out. I also started a new journey, improving my nutrition, how many fruits and vegetables I've been getting, because I've learned some pretty crazy things about how many fruits and vegetables we're actually supposed to eat on a daily basis per meal, and it's wild. So some little tidbit for you: our nutrients in our fruits and vegetables are about 80% less nutritious as they were 20 years ago. So that was devastating to hear from me, because I actually really enjoy fruits and vegetables, but I don't eat enough of them. Never do I. So I actually found a way to be able to give myself that much food without spending all that money and all this crazy stuff. So if you are curious about that, let me know. Put it in the comments, and I can connect with you and we can talk about it, because I've been looking into a lot of nutrition stuff and I've got a lot of help from a lot of people. So thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. Don't forget to like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. And read the book, guys. And when you read the book, tell me your thoughts. So if you've read the book, tell me your thoughts. Anyway, thank you so much. The cat's bothering me, telling me I need to feed them. So I'm going to get going. Thank you guys so much. I love you. And have a great day. Thank you.